Hi, I'm Brandon Rayner, and I play trombone for the rock band Ruin the Night. Now, this Wednesday is the first day of school for my kids. Lily, my youngest, will be starting kindergarten. It's something that's been weighing heavily on my mind as a parent pretty much since this pandemic began. What will the school year look like for them and for myself as they're going to all need guidance through this new age of child learning and development? That said, I thought it would be appropriate to focus this episode around education in general. In just a bit, I'm going to be talking to C. Marlo Harless and Jesse Feinberg, who are opening up a music and art school in Portland, Maine, and I will be taking some Zoom calls on the subject as well. It's different for everybody living in this country, but for us living in Manchester, New Hampshire, all of our children will be starting the year completely remote. Kindergartners were given the option to do 2 half days in school a week and 2 days remote, but given our concerns about in-school learning and the fact that our middle schoolers were going to be fully remote anyways, and I'll be home to take care of them, we decided to keep our kindergartner remote as well. According to the Education Commission of the States, New Hampshire is the only state in New England and one of only 6 states in the country that doesn't require schools to offer at least a half day of kindergarten. There's lots of different questions here, and lots remain. Like if I'm home guiding their education, what's the difference between being part of the school's curriculum and me just homeschooling my kids? Lots of eyes are going to be on these classrooms, literally, as almost every one of them in the state is going to be live streaming their day, granting parents and upper level administrators unprecedented access to classrooms. For better or worse, the digital age has been completely ushered in. If you're a parent or guardian like myself at home with your kids and looking to fill your day with different activities, I found a very simple baking idea for the kids to embark on with very little supervision needed. I mean, you got some stovetop usage, so there were some kids, I feel like, the 12-year-olds could handle it. They were fine. But no baking is needed, no ovens necessary. I put on the kitchen table everything they were going to need for the project and filmed the results. Sped up the video, added some royalty-free music, and here we go. Check it out. Enjoy.
I was the one that discovered the huge box. No, there's only that. It's got 2 bags in it. Marshmallows, peanut butter, and Rice Krispies treats. Oh, look at the marshmallows. Is that $3?
Yes.
We also need a cup for 4 cups and then a tablespoon for the butter.
It's already been measured out.
Okay, 6 cups. Cereal. That's 3 full. Lily, yeah, you can measure stuff with Logan. I'll be the cooking person. I'm gonna look those ones. Okay, so we're gonna do an alert. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh, that looks good. I almost burnt myself again. Little arm one. Well, you're mixing marshmallow.
Line this, and once we put the thing in there and stir, we're going to have to line it with paper.
Yeah.
That can be good as well.
Then you try to do like in camera. Or okay. I want a camera.
You want to do a camera? Alright.
Filmed on it.
Just keep your hand out of here. This is where it's filmed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think there's
No, I did not need scissors.
I keep stepping in stuff. You're almost there. This is like its best state. It looks so good.
easy, right next to the...
Are you ready? Yellow. How am I doing?
Yeah, check it out. Okay, enjoy. Pull the squares apart. Thumbs up. That's good. Crispy treats. We're gonna take some phone calls now, and let's see. We got Zach on the line here from. Where are you calling in from today, Zach? New Jersey somewhere?
Oh yeah, I couldn't hear I couldn't hear you before, so I'm sure you're saying something really smart and funny.
Zach from New Jersey, you're on the
Hey,
air.
let me get some lighting in on this.
You look good.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Wow, I like your fan there. It's nice.
I have fans all over the world, but
Thanks for. Oh, I see where you're going. Perfect setup. That's great. I guess summer's over. This is Labor Day weekend, and we're talking about moving ahead with education, our kids going back to school or not going back to school, kind of where your head's at as a parent, as someone who's trying to raise a kid and trying to keep yourself sane, and obviously by the looks of it, it's not going so well. But I mean, trying to keep everything in order.
I mean, I've pretty much lost my mind. Yeah, school's tough. She's in school. She's been in a summer program, so she has gotten to hang out with some other kids. It's definitely good for her. Whether it's absolutely the right decision to make or not, I don't know. There's definitely pros and cons on each side, and kind of weighed them out and decided to send her back. Hopefully the kids are staying away from each other enough. They wear the masks. My daughter's pretty good with the mask. She doesn't have a problem with it. I imagine other kids do, though, because everyone's different.
I don't know. Do you think that we could shut down again, or what do you think?
Different regions are getting hit different times, and everyone was talking a month ago about what was going on in the South and the Midwest and such as being a second wave, when it's not a second wave. That's their first wave. We got hit with the first wave. The West Coast got hit with their first wave. It's been moving around. Yeah, when it gets cold again and everyone's back inside and they've opened up a bunch of stuff that they shouldn't have opened up, and people start getting sick again, I imagine they'll close down school.
Can you tell that story real quick? We talked on the phone this week, and you told me about bringing your daughter to like a playground, and what that experience was like for you.
Well, I mean, we tend to wear masks when we go in public. I mean, I don't think it's necessary to be outside with a mask on, but I think that it shows that, hey, I'm aware of what's going on, and I'm capable of acting in a situation quickly because I have a mask either on or right on me. So if some bunch of little kids want to jump on me all of a sudden and start coughing my face, I mean, I can kind of, throw that up, or I have it on already. But yeah, I mean, I'm at a playground with, 50, 60, 70 other adults and children, and I'm the only one with the mask.
Wow, is that many? We didn't talk about how many. There was like 50 people.
Probably. I mean, it's a decent sized playground. I mean,
Right.
It's a good sized place.
Yeah.
And no one was on top of each other. I certainly could have moved away from groups of people, as I'm inclined to do regardless. So, but, I kind of feel like being out there with the mask on shows that you're taking this as a real thing, and you're not one of these people who thinks it's fake news or some other conspiracy or something oddball. Yeah.
Zach.
Great seeing you. I like the stash.
Thank you. I
Really,
like your
really pointy.
Yeah. That's what I can do. I can't do that, and maybe you can't do this. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe next time you have me on, I'll be working on that.
You've been very generous with the time. I appreciate it.
Hey,
And,
thanks for talking to me. I'm gonna go mow the lawn now.
Thanks for calling in.
Later.
Bye, Zach. Matt, thanks for calling in, and I appreciate it. Matt is an administrator of guitar. He teaches guitar. He's also in Ruin the Night. He has many hats that he wears. And Matt, thanks for taking a few minutes to call in and talk about education.
Yeah, it's
basically Matt spends his time on Zoom a lot, right? Is it through Zoom that you do your rehearsals and stuff, or
yeah, unfortunately, because it's not really a particular platform to do it with. It's the schools I work with. They, it's like how'd you explain it? Almost like you tag, just like this, where I just kind of link it. They've got to do it themselves and figure out stuff that like I did and you and everybody, where it's like it's just kind of time spent behind your instrument, which has been the factor that they didn't do as much before. I'd have to kind of hold their hand a little bit more week to week and really show them it's like you got to figure it out. It's not like, yeah, just figure it out, kid. You'll get there. But there's always going to be a degree to that, with especially a guitar, 'cause it's so personal as to how you grip the. I play it different than you do, and you play it different than. We all do little things differently, So.
Like my kid's going to school, but she's doing it remote. She's going to be, in the classroom virtually. Now it's different, right? Because before you would be one-on-one with your student and there'd be nobody else there. Now, do you feel there's like an imposition a little bit with like the camera? Do you feel like maybe there's somebody else in the room? Do you like that? Does it not bother you? Or do you feel like maybe there's more eyes on you than or for the student too? Like how do you deal with that, with the camera element to the rehearsals and everything?
It doesn't really bother me at all. I used to teach in a place that the temperature would be an issue, so I'd have the door open a lot more than maybe I would anyway. So I'm used to people like passing by, and if they want to listen, sure, go ahead. Most of my lessons are recorded, just as a precaution. Like anything, like a lot of the places I work at, we have cameras anyways, which is a caution that protects the student and the teacher. For anything. So I don't have a problem with like the eye in the sky. I don't have a problem with parents that are like the 7-year-old, 8-year-old that I was teaching. His dad plays a little bit, and he'd be off to the side. So I'd always, and that was very helpful. So it doesn't bother me. It's if people are, listen, that never bothers me at all.
Matt, I know you're busy. I'm gonna take off. Just
okay.
A minute thing. Thank you very much for sharing your insight on education, and keep up the great work.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
All right, man. We'll be talking. All right.
Okay, Brandon.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that was Matt from Ruin the Night taking a second to talk to us a little bit, and that was really nice. He's a great guy. I really like Matt. Well, I think we're just moments away now from talking to our main guests tonight, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course.
I hear you.
Great.
Sorry, 4 minutes late. I apologize.
Oh, are you kidding me? You're right on time. Hold on. I'm gonna talk for a minute, and then I'm gonna kick it over to you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Well, my guests today are Marlo Harless and Jesse Feinberg. They're a little bit of an inspiration for me. This week, Marlo had got in touch with me and to see if there was any place that they could play. And I said, nope, but I have a little thing that I do in my basement, and I'd love for you guys to come on and talk. So over the week, I've been doing research, and, I've never heard the piano playing of Jesse before, and it's been amazing to hear and kind of listen to his catalog of music and see both of you guys play. You guys definitely have a great chemistry, and I can see how you guys get along. You guys are opening up or have opened up a music school that you guys are going to talk about, and so welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on today.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate being here.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I saw your live stream on Thursday. You do that every Thursday?
Yeah, every Thursday at 6 o'clock, and I've been doing it for a couple months now.
Yeah, well, I thought I really had a great time listening to it. It's nice to kind of have on as you're doing work at your computer or whatever. And Marlo on the drums, you were great as well.
Well, I've been playing drums since I was 3 years old. I used to put a bucket over my head, and then I raked blueberries for summer after summer and bought my first kit when I was 12. And I've been playing ever since then, and I played in the school band. I come from a small town, Bucksport. I moved down to Portland last year, and just by going through music and local music people, musicians, Jesse and I met each other.
Wow. Well, it looks 2020 has been so negative for so many people, but it looks like, you guys are doing all right. So good for you.
Thanks.
It's actually been kind of a blessing in disguise.
Can you talk a little bit about what it was like in March for you guys? Like, I mean, obviously we know now that things have calmed down, but did you ever feel like did things get shut down as much as, I don't really know. I'm living in New Hampshire next door to you guys, but what was it like for you guys early on in this, like with COVID-19 and everything?
Well, first of all, I think everyone in New England had COVID before they even told us it was COVID. Back in February and January, we all had respiratory illnesses, and those of us who survived.
You guys had respiratory illnesses?
We did have it.
I was traveling in Moscow to perform at the Kremlin in December, and when I got back, I kind of like got a little bit of a cough, and I was like, wow, this is really strange. I haven't been sick in 5.5 years. Where is this coming from? And stuff. I'm very healthy, and so it was really weird. It kind of caught me off guard. And then I started finding out that, this virus was going around, but it was like, I didn't really even believe that it was going to touch me. I even felt like, there's no way I'm going to ever get this.
And I was working at the hospital, Maine Medical Center, the biggest hospital in the biggest city in Maine, the epicenter of the virus here. And I let my nursing license expire before they yanked me into a hazmat suit. And I got out of healthcare. I was on the verge of med school before all this.
Yeah, so and I had it in my profession. I'm a concert pianist, and I play in the clubs and freelance, and also I'm a teacher in a few colleges. I do some freelance teaching and accompanying for various types of vocal and theater, dance type of events. And once this happened, everything shut down, everything closed. Every gig canceled. Most of my studio quit. And so I was like, whoa, this is kind of all of a sudden, and so you have to be really creative, and it kind of forces you to think outside the box and really put yourself out there. So I got talking with Marlo, and I was like, what are we going to do? We're both professional musicians. What do we do? And she thought, well, one of the best ways to do it is to get yourself out there. People got to see you. They got to hear about you, even if it's virtual. And so we started doing these Facebook Lives, and I was kind of a little nervous about it at first, and probably didn't do all that great. But with Marlo's kind of attention to it and encouragement and support, I was able to overcome all kinds of different obstacles that I was facing. And so we've been able to come out for the better. Now we have this beautiful space where we're virtually able to offer classes. And so it's very exciting. And
in person, it's like its own entrance. It's its own studio attached to our duplex.
Do you have precautions for it? Do you have concerns? Do you take people's temperatures? Is there any? What do you guys do in that sense?
Yeah, if anyone's going to enter, it's going to be 1-on-1, 6 feet apart, temperature taken, full-blown questionnaire written by myself, 15 years medical experience. And I will even listen to their lungs.
So she knows what she's doing, and
I wouldn't know how to do that. Well, I mean, you guys definitely have that. It seems like the expertise, you have the experience. It's all great stuff. Opening up a music and art school sounds like a challenging task. I mean, could you explain kind of what the school is, what your objectives are for interested students, and maybe give an example of what somebody might learn attending your program?
Sure. You want to talk about your side of it first?
Yes. First of all, the state of Maine, as many states, lack funding for the arts and music. And private lessons are through the roof. And there are so many kids that want to play music and do art, and they cannot afford to do it. And why can't we keep the talent in the state? Why can't we keep our own entertainment here? So I've been writing grants like a crazy lady trying to get funding for us. So any kid or any human at that matter can have an opportunity to have a good education from incredible music instructors.
Is this when you say kids, what age are you looking for? Like what's your maybe what's your favorite age to teach?
Oh, I like teaching the little kids, but we want to take anyone who wants to learn.
Yeah.
And before we can start paying our teachers, I need to get my funding.
And from my angle, I've been very successful as a private teacher, and I know that there's been a pretty decent rapport going around about it. And I work with professionals, but I also work with high school kids getting ready for college, setting up auditions, helping them with the accompaniment for their auditions and things like that. But I'm also teaching some very specialized aspects of improvisation. Because a lot of people just don't really know how to solo. They sort of, they want to pick up their axe and, their guitar or their keyboard, and they want to be able to solo, but they have no idea where to start. Well, I have a method that I've developed with a co-author, Gregory Hall, called the Compositional Improvisation Templates. And so this is a publicized book. It's published through the American Composers Alliance. And so this is a way to be able to help somebody in a very basic sense to be able to start to read and to be able to understand some music theory and be able to apply it to their instrument. So I'm offering that as well as I'm offering jazz piano lessons and classical lessons. I've been playing for 40 years, so I had a lot of study. I went to Juilliard, I went to Mannes School of Music, I went to University of Maine and graduated from there in 2013 with an education degree. So I have a lot of knowledge about education and pedagogy.
Well, no doubt. I mean, just, and I recommend anybody that hasn't seen the Facebook Live kind of concerts or whatever, you should go check it out. You guys are going down the East Coast. Is that true? You're going down tomorrow, starting tomorrow, going down to Georgia?
Yeah, we're going to head out after and start to get a good start to it. It seems like there's a lot of people that really want to see us. We got a lot of family up and down the East Coast. And so we originally kind of wanted to go out west, but we're trying to consolidate.
Okay, the biggest thing is my 90-year-old grandmama. She survived Hitler's concentration camp, and being in quarantine is literally driving her nuts. So I've got to see my grandmama.
I would love if you guys wouldn't mind indulging me in some music.
Right.
I would love to hear some and let's see you guys in action if that's possible.
Yeah, we can do that. We actually had one that we were gonna play for it.
Yeah, we studied it last night for you.
Cool.
So we brushed up on it. It's a piece that I wrote back in 2009.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say before. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but yeah, you have. Hold on a moment. What's the name of the album that you have online? I have it written down.
I have two albums on Bandcamp right now. The first one is Spectral Metamorphosis.
Yeah,
and that was done back like about 5-6 years ago.
Yep.
And then recently, last November, I performed a concert at a church that I play at in Bath, and that album is called Spirit to Nature.
Sorry, breaking up a little bit. You said Spirits in Nature, right? That's the name of your second album?
Yeah.
Here it's you can see that in the
Cool. Yeah, no, it looks nice.
All right. So that's available also on Bandcamp. Both of those are available for purchase and download digitally. And then there's a third album that also came out last year. And that was entitled Love Letter to Thelonious Monk. Taylor O'Donnell sings T-Monk ballads.
That's like jazz or?
It's jazz. It's beautiful, like, kind of love music, to like slow ballads, highly arranged with, a 13-piece horns and rhythm section.
Wow.
So, and then Marlo and I are gonna probably put out an album. So look out for our album coming out. Because all the work that we're doing together.
We're like Charlie Brown on crack over here.
Let's hear some music. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, so this piece that we're going to play for you is entitled Thundering Horses, and it kind of appeared to me in a dream that I was having, kind of out of nowhere. I just moved to Maine, and so this is kind of representative of the whole experience of what Maine means. I'm from Massachusetts, grew up in Northampton, and so it's a little different living by the coast. So so this is kind of a nature-oriented piece, kind of tribal, and Marlo does a terrific job playing on this. It's so new to her. Certainly, I've been playing it since for about 11 years and stuff off and on. So So I hope you like this.
You want to do the countdown?
There you have it.
All right, that's great. That was so good. Wow.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And hey, thank you very much for talking to me for a little bit today. Check out the Feinberg School of Music and Art. That's in Portland, Maine. And you can check that out on the Facebook there. And good luck going down to Georgia. Please get in touch with them if you have a place anywhere up and down the coast. If you're watching this, if you have I'm sure they'll play anywhere. Just tell them, hey, come down, and they'll play. And they'll. You guys bringing a little piano with you, like a keyboard?
Oh, yeah.
Keyboard.
They're
and
ready to go.
set.
This is exciting. I'm very excited for you guys. Please come back and let me know how it goes for you guys. Right?
We will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you mind playing us out? Would you play one more song? Play us out tonight?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Again, this is Jesse Feinberg and Marlo Harless playing some music for you guys. That's it for the show today. Have a great day. Have a good week ahead. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay gold, Pony Boy. Right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Take care.
Yeah. Okay. Blues. 1, 2, swing. 1, 2, 3, and.
Oh, yeah. I see a future in that. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye, Marlo. Bye, Jesse.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks again. Have a great day.
Love you guys. Have a great one.